Now, Mr. Ducey, how are you? I've seen on the internet you've been having trouble with the Gardaí and the court system. Well, I just wanted to tell you exactly what goes on in a courtroom and why you can't get any justice, why you can't get anywhere with them. You see, everything that's done in a courtroom is lies, and I'll prove everything I say to you today with proof and facts. If you don't think I'm correct, I was in Sligo Courthouse, which is not a court by the way, and I said to Kevin, you may know him as Judge Kilrain. After speaking to him for a number of minutes, I said to him, well, Kevin, it's like, your paperwork is full of lies from start to finish, isn't it? Yes, he said. That makes that guard over there, Gerard Martin Murphy, that makes him guilty of perjury, doesn't it? Using this paperwork. Yes, he said. Okay. And then he convicted me with the same paperwork, which is lies. I'll prove that to you the way I proved it to him, with proof and facts. You see, everything that's done in there is fiction. It is not fact. Fact is the truth. This is what I said to Cormac Quinn, the judge for the appeal. Cormac, I said, the truth. Does the truth lie in fiction or does the truth lie in fact? He wouldn't answer. So I told everybody in the place why he wouldn't answer. Because if he said, well, the truth lies in fact, which it obviously does, my next question to him would have been, well, if the truth lies in fact, why is it in a courtroom you use fiction? You see, the reason they use fiction is that with fiction you can have any outcome to any case that you like. With fact you can only have one outcome, a fact. The first time I ever went into the Sligo courthouse, which you think perceived to be, it's actually a theoretical postal vessel ship. Now we'll get to that, it's all theory. I got a hold of the, I won't mention who it was, one of the people who work in there. And he was saying, just tell the judge the facts. And I said, look, don't worry, I'm going to. I said, just out of curiosity, I said, what's the judge's strike rate? Oh, 100%. He says, tells you everything there, right there and then. No man can have 100% strike rate if they use fact. But with fiction, you can have any outcome you like. So, I'm making the details mixed up, but I'll try and start at the start. There is only correct and not correct. There is nothing in between. Sure doesn't exist. It does exist in Ireland, but it's brimful of sure on the Emerald Isle. Now, a courtroom is not a courtroom. A courtroom is actually a theoretical postal vessel ship. Look, this is weird and blah blah, but don't blame me. I only found out about it. I didn't make it up. So the court itself is actually your paperwork. It's called court paperwork because it's the court. And the building is an actual representation of a dry dock, which the theoretical postal vessel ship comes in from the sea because it uses maritime law, and maritime directly pertains to the sea. So the theoretical postal vessel ship comes in to the dock, the dry dock, which is the court building, which is owned by the Irishman. The theoretical postal vessel ship is owned by Queen Elizabeth, or Elizabeth as I call her. Betsy, basically. You see, Betsy's probably the head mason on the planet. Her sons are all masons. You'll see Prince Charles with his hidden hand in his halfway in his pocket. You look at the young lad, I can't remember his name, you know, Diana's kid. He Mason to beat the band. Now I've nothing against the Masons, except for the fact that they rule my country using maritime law, which is fiction, which is lies. And it's about time Betsy got her black dress back. You see, I've asked Kevin 10 times, tell the people in here why you wear a black dress. He doesn't know. Well, today, Kevin, I'm going to explain to you. It's the progenitors of the law language were the Masons. And these people were so intelligent and so devious that they couldn't actually bring you into a courtroom with facts and then send you to jail with facts, because every man on the planet would have equal rights under fact. But with fiction, Kevin can have a 100% strike rate, because once you're in that system, he has judgment over you. Okay? But he's doing it with lies. Now, here's how. 10 times I've said to him, Jenny, are you looking for me? Jenny, what are you talking about? What's wrong, Jenny? I'm calling him Jenny and he won't ask me why. Well, the reason why is that every word in the dictionary has, at least when I was back in school, 150 to 200 meanings. In my opinion, it's probably infinity, because if you think a word in a dictionary is defined by 5 words, well, those 5 words are defined by 5 words, and those 5 words are defined by 5 words. So it's infinitive. So I call him Jenny. Jenny, 1 million. He's looking at me like this, and he won't ask why. Well, I'll quote you from my virtues dictionary now. And it says in the dictionary that the root word, you see, all words in the dictionary are lies. The root word for judge is J-U-G, jug. Pretty obvious when you think about it. So it says in the dictionary, jug, J-U-G, in parentheses, jug or judge, end of parentheses. A farmer of Joan or Jenny. And the reason it says that is because a Jenny comes from the word Genoa. It directly pertains to the word Jenny jib on a ship. So you're in a theoretical postal vessel ship, and you perceive to be a court. So when you go in, the highest point on the theoretical postal vessel ship is the Jenny. The Jenny jib. That's why I call him Jenny. And I am correct. Go and look in your dictionary if you don't understand. If you don't. Now, I'll show you exactly why everything in a courtroom is unlawful. There is no such thing as legal. And I'll prove that to you right now. So, I went in with a summons, which is an invitation. And I gave the summons, my birth certificate to Kevin. I said, there you go, Kevin. There's my name. You made a mistake. I don't know what you can see it on. Yes. Okay. So it says Gerard, comma, under the section where it says name. Oh, can you see that, Kevin? Yes, I can see it. I gave him his summons, which he sent to me. I said, can you see my name on that summons? Nope. And if you, Mr. Ducey, have a summons, I guarantee your name is not on it. If you have a search warrant, which I believe you haven't got anyway, I guarantee your name's not on it. Because you see, what happens is they deal in fiction. So, we'll deal with the sine wave first. Any contract is, any man will tell you, get a contract to this, they're going annoy the whole lot of them. A contract is to conjoin 2 things. It's how you get a disease, you contract it. It contracts to your body and it conjoins to you. So, hence, in a contract, you couldn't possibly have a juxtaposition, could you? Well, if you think the judge's contract was set out in a glyph, how do I call it a glyph? It's a font from the computer. Obviously, any contract is going to have 1 font, because if you have 2 fonts, you're going to have a juxtaposition. So the bottom line on a contract, if you think about this, is a representation of a heartbeat monitor in a hospital. And the bottom line is a flat line when you're dead. And what you do is you cross that bottom line using it with your signature, which is a glyph called cursive necromony. And necro directly pertains to the dead. A horse, when it goes to the knacker's yard, it goes to the Nakano yard because it's the dead yard. So a flat line on his contract is this one. It's an SIGN line. And what happens when he crosses that line using cursive, the language of dead, uses cursive acronymy and he creates a SINE wave. So SIGN to SINE. So this is how they do it. Back in the day, when you came down your mother's BERTH canal to be birthed, you got a BIRTH cert. Fact to fiction, they changed the vowel. Fact to fiction. SIGN, SINE. This is how devious they are. But let me show you how intelligent they were. They didn't even put the fiction on the fiction. If you look at the summons, any paper that is generated by the authorities, the judiciary, it's all fiction. But you won't find the fiction on your birth cert on that, because that would make it nearly legal. Nearly, I say, it's not legal at all. It wouldn't be legal at all. So, you see, fact to fiction, they just changed it all. Simple as that. Now, let's get to the judge's contract. I told Cormac Quinn when I was in there, "You're not a judge, Cormac." And he wouldn't hear me because he knew I was correct. You see, myself and Kevin have a love-hate relationship. I love annoying him with the truth, and he hates me for it. But myself and Cormac Quinn have a bit of an understanding. He knows I'm correct, and he knows why I'm saying it to him. And he treated me as such. Fair play to you, Mr. Quinn. Now, the judge's contract. The judge signed a contract when he thought he became a judge. Now, the contract itself would have 5 different states, okay? Let me get the exact term we're looking for. Okay. Anyway, I can't find it. Right. The judge's contract will have 5 different states. It will have a context. It will have a text, a gift. It will have a subtext, which is the story. And it will have a syntax. Which one of the books down the road said, "Oh, if there was a syntax, I'd be broke." It's not that type of syntax. It's an SYNTAX. Syntax. And I was playing a piece of paper. And we have it. So, for fact or fiction, when the judge signs that contract, it's set out in a font from the computer, the bottom line. He crosses that line using cursive acronymy to alert the fiction that he is alive to the fiction. But the problem is, immediately his pen hits that paper, he creates a juxtaposition because it now has 2 syntax. Totally illegal. If you get a summons, anything you like, search warrant, blah blah blah, you will read it and you will read a word and a space and a word and a space and a word and a space and a word and a space, taken into consideration for full stops and commas and blah blah blah. But the progenitors of this are so devious, because it's all lies and all fiction. They have to show you straight to your face, this is what they do. So you'll read it all the way down, and it'll come down to a certain point where it has a word and a space, a word and 2 spaces and a word. Now what this does, the summons is a part of the case. And what the 2 spaces does is it interrupts with the timeline of evidence of that case, telling you straight to your face that it's all lies. It's totally unlawful. That's why I'm telling you legal does not exist, because it's all lies. Now, what we go to next. So, you'll understand that the Irishman, the common man, was on the common land with common law, which came from common sense. Perfect. There's only 4 laws. You can't murder anyone, rob anyone, hurt anyone, cause any loss. Covers every eventuality. But then you see, came in from the sea, maritime law. Over the common man to rule over him like a fool. Now you think about this. Who owns that black dress that he has on? I kept 10 times asking, Kevin, tell us who owns your black dress. He doesn't know. Well, the Masons own the black dress because it was made up out at sea, and this was the gown that they pulled over themselves to show everybody, look, we're telling you lies, but we're going to cover it up. Simple as that. So, you see, the thing is that everything that they generated back in the day has to do with the sea and the stars. Everything in a courtroom has to do with the sea and the stars. I'll give you a couple of for instances. When you're out at sea and you're on a boat and you take on water, it's no good to you. You bail it out. When a man who is a vessel of 80% water at least goes into a courtroom and he is no good to anybody, what do they do to him? They bail him out. When they bail him out, he has to go past the sandbar, which is the bar that the solicitors have to go past, which is pass, whatever. They take him from the dock, pertains to the sea, goes across the sandbar. He is in front of the bench, which is another word for bank, sandbank. I've won all day. I'll tell you what I do. I will put my number on video, and because it's so encompassing, I could be here all day talking about it. If you start me off, I'll be here till the cows come home. So that's Admiralty law. Law is a distinct body of law that governs maritime questions and offences. Maritime. Pertains to the sea. Common law is where we get acts and statutes from. Now. Okay, that's not that. Where are we going next? Yeah. So everything the Masons do is all symbology. Look at that. If you want to bother to go and look on the internet at the symbology, it's all there. It's Jacqueline and Boaz. I'll give you a quick one on that. That is about on the top of the pillars are the sun and the moon and the checkerboard floor. So what it is, it's basically we live in an electric, magnetic, dielectric hologram. And the sun is electric, the moon's magnetic, and the checkerboard floor is a representation of the hologram that we live in. So, if I was you, I'd go and check that out. So, Prince Charles is the head mason. He owns that black dress. Betsy owns that black dress that Kevin has on him, which rules our country. And if you don't think I'm correct, just go and ask Kevin. He won't be able to tell you. Okay, where are we going next? Fictionalize. So, this I got from Windmiller. It was an absolute genius. David Windmiller. Please, search engine, David Windmiller. American alleged judge. I won't put any credence to the man because I don't know facts, and I like facts. But I know this fact. How you can tell everything in a courtroom is lies is thus. If you were to get out a pen and you write down multiply 3 by 3 by 3, okay? You will realise that the answer, there's only one answer, because it's mathematical fact. Multiply 3 by 3 by 3 equals 27, because it's a fact, multiplied by a fact, multiplied by a fact, multiplied by a fact. There is only one outcome, and that's a fact. Focus. Now, again, multiply 3 by 3 by 3 by 0. Now, if you have an answer, you are not correct, because there is only correct and not correct. You cannot multiply something by 0. So that would mean you would be multiplying a fact by a fact by a fact by fiction. With fiction, you can have any outcome you like. It could be 0, it could be 27, it could be 127 million. It doesn't matter, because it's fiction. And this is why Kevin Curran has a 100% strike rate in court, because he doesn't deal in the truth, he deals in lies. And after I explained it to him, he now knows that he deals in lies. So Kevin Curran now, every time he sends somebody to jail, what he's doing is he is knowingly using lies as a weapon. And that crime in this country holds a 5-year jail sentence at the least. And this man does this every day of every week. Now, in the theoretical postal vessel ship, while I was there, I explained to him, this is lies, Kevin. Your paperwork is lies, isn't it? I explained to him about the 2 space. Yes, he says it's lies, because he couldn't say anything else. He has his black dress on, he's under oath. That guard is guilty of perjury. Yes, he is. So, if you think I'm telling you lies, go and argue with him. He won't argue with it, because he knows I'm telling the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. What will we get to next? Okay. Your name. You can see on my birth certificate, it says Gerard, comma. And the reason this is because your name from start to finish is your first name, and that's all. Your surname, now remember, fact to fiction, S-U-R name, used to be S-I-R name, because it is a title. A sir is a title. Am I correct? Of course. So, your last name is not a name. Your surname is a title, and it is your family's occupation. For instance, Schumacher, Thatcher, Fletcher, gone all day. Smith would be a blacksmith. It's just so many of them, you know. And obviously in Scotland, Mac is son of, so son of everything, you know. So if anyone ever asks you your name is your first name, from start to finish. That's it. My name is Gerard. It says so on my birth certificate, and no man will tell me any otherwise, because it's the truth. What will we get to next? Birth cert. Let's see. Yeah, got that. Sandbar. Oh, look, there's just so much. I could be here till forever. So what I'll do is I'll put my number on the thing, as I said, and if you have any questions, which if you have anything in you, you'll have questions, give me a tinkle. You see, thanks to Shani Campbell, a guard down the road who stole my van off the side of the road and sold it, I'm now going around a push bike. So I don't have any money. But if you come across anybody with a few quid, what we can do is we can get Windmiller out to this country, and we can get him to go in and kick Kevin's arse and set a precedent. Now here's the thing, I've already set a precedent in the court, okay? Because when I said to Kevin, this is lies, yes, he said, that's a precedent. That's a man saying, well, everything we do in here is lies. Guards guilty of perjury? Yes, precedent. And our court system works on a precedent. Now he'll tell you, oh, that's not a precedent because it wasn't a judgment. But you see, the word judgment is an opinion. Look at it in your dictionary. And an opinion, wow, it's a precedent. See? Because that's what he gives out at the end, is the precedent. And I said it right there and then. So, considering that there is no such thing as legal, this is lawful advice. And any man can say what he likes about it. The next fellow up in court tomorrow, take your birth certificate in, give it to the judge, give him your summons. If he says your name is on that summons, you call him a liar straight to his face, because it's not. And as I said to Cormac Quinn, if you live to be 199, you'll never be able to put my name on that, because the minute you do, you will create a juxtaposition, because you will have to put it in cursive macrame, the language of the dead, and they don't do language of the dead, because that's fact. They roll with fiction. Now, I've been here so long I could grow hair. Anyway, give me a tinkle if you have any questions, yeah? I'll fill you in. There's just so much. I just couldn't get to it on video, you know? Okay. Give me a thumb up. I'll give you a look at my, just in case you think I'm spoofing and I wasn't there. Just do it that way. There's the bell, Kevin. There's the bell of me. And there's me again. And there's me again. What a bird.